I'm gonna give it a second, and then I'm just getting over being sick, so I can't talk loud. um, so I hope you can hear me. If not, turn volume up. But um, I'm just going to, I just feel led to share some things with you guys. I'm not gonna be on here. I'm not arguing, so any trolls on here, just don't. We're not doing that. Um, but yeah, I'm getting over being sick, so if I talk like this, that's why. But anyways, um, anyways, so a couple things. Oh, and if you see bruises, that's from me moving shit. I moved, and I couldn't have been more happier. What I want to speak on. Now it's kind of quiet, you know. It was kind of like letting go, you know. So mine was like, I was in a bad relationship with that house. Hey, the house that I was living in, you know, it was kind of like a bad relationship, but with that house, you know, um, it no longer served me. Hey, what up? So a lot of this stuff that's going on for people right now, and it doesn't matter whether it's a relationship, if it's a location, a job, a person, a way of thinking, anything, because it's different for everybody. And God's really bringing to light what no longer serves us. So, you know, with me, and I'm just going to be honest, you know, so, you know, my old house, that shit, the landlord was shit. You know, it was falling apart, and you know, when you're in it, excuse me, when you're in it, you don't see it. You know, like if you're in a bad relationship, you know, from the outside looking at everyone's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? We're not doing that, okay? We're not doing this stupid bullshit troll stuff, okay? So you can either sit back and listen to the message and gain something from it, or you can keep moving, okay? We're not doing that. So anyways, I suggest you sit back and listen. Okay. So a lot of it right now, it doesn't matter how old you are, where you are in life, you know, you might have a lot of money or you don't have a lot of money, or, you know, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter where you are in life or who you know, it doesn't matter the label or this or that, you know, a lot of it is letting go. Because, hi guys, like I'm just gonna be brutally, I'm just gonna be honest with me, and I'm thankful for things I went through, but you know, I'm gonna share it with you guys. So, you know, I was in this house renting. The landlord was shit, didn't fix anything. You know, my eyes, you know, I'm sitting there. I had my garage gym, this and that. You know, I was comfortable there, but it wasn't growing. My business wasn't growing. I wasn't growing. I felt stuck. Okay, get some sleep out, Sunflower. It's okay, you come back and watch it. It's good to see you. I love you too, June. Go make that money. Yeah, I'm not worried about the trolls and shit like that in here. I'm just gonna speak what I have to speak. They could either take it, they could either take what they hear, you know, or they can just whatever, be blind to the bullshit and stay stuck how they have been. So that's on them. You know, like that's not my problem. That's another thing I've learned. Like, I don't care what people have to say. You know, with the, you know, all the trolls on here and the da 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 and try to throw you off and that shit, y'all. Okay, we don't care. Okay, so what I was getting to is, I'm just gonna go straight through it. You got the book. Good job. Oh, happy birthday too. See, there you go. Happy birthday. I wasn't on here. I was gone for like a week. I'm glad. There you go. That's what I want to mention too. Guys, know that you can manifest and do anything. When I was 10, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was 10 years old, okay, at that time, our family was living with my grandparents. I think I was 10. I don't know exactly, but I was young, really young. And we were living with our grandparents. There was like 13 people in that house. So my grandparents, I think my 2 aunts, and then our family. We had to live in the basement, and then our other aunt and uncles in the attic at that time. We had to all move. I didn't care. I was a kid. I get to see all my cousins, and I didn't care. But I was like, today I was telling my dad, I'm like, how the hell? Down the street there was a, what is that called? Park District. I said, I was like 10, maybe even younger. I walked in there. I didn't work there. I didn't go there. I walked there. There was like a big gym and panel mats. Like panel mats, they're like the kind that I got bruises from moving. So panel mats, and like, I somehow had a whole class, a whole group of kids. I was coaching at 10. I wasn't getting paid. No one said shit to me, but I did it. That's what I want to do. So I just walked there and I did it. Okay, so let me tell you something about that. And that's just one thing that I did when I was little. I'm like, and I forgot about that shit. I'm like, what? No one even said anything to me. But yet, like every week at this time, kids came and I had groups of kids doing cartwheels and handstands down the thing. Anyways, and no one said anything. All right, so anyways, with that, hi guys. Back to what, I just got done moving and I'm just getting over getting sick, but I was hanging on to that house that I was renting like a bad relationship. Like what I was saying, like if people could be in a relationship, even a job or somewhere, you're in it, you don't see it. You're so comfortable, right? But yet, when I was there, I was always busy. I built that thing from the ground up. I had nothing when I moved in there. I even, like when I moved in there, I think I borrowed $200. I found like a rack, a squat rack. Found on like Facebook Market, paid person back, whatever. But little by little grew, and I was there for years. I stayed busy and I loved it. But it was time to move. It stopped. And me, I kept hanging on to, what didn't serve me. And, I was alone too. I kind of closed myself off. Excuse me. Staying somewhere. Now, the landlord in the house, he didn't fix anything. He hasn't even been there in years. 20, who knows how many years, okay? So, excuse me, was not fixing this stuff. So there's a lot of stuff wrong with that house. So I called the inspector. Long story short, he got mad because he didn't want to fix it. Put eviction, because instead of fixing the house, he said, you got to get out, right? Cool, whatever. You don't want, but here's the thing. And then he quit taking my rent to make me look bad, whatever. Took me to court. So my thing, my eyes, I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just going to buy it, and try to hang on to it, even though I knew. I watched a documentary on killer whales in class. They are being captured and held in captivity for entertainment, and I cried because it's so sad. We can do, that's too, it's time to speak up. When we see things that bother us, it's time to speak up on it, and make it known. So that's good you told me. Things that bother you, that are not right, it's time to speak up, People look at that like, oh, we can't do anything about it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. What was it? Something I was listening to the other day. There was this church, I don't know, and this guy, like, I don't care. Look, people stop hiding behind Covenants, churches, groups, okay? There was this church, and the pastor or whatever said, lock the doors till he gets 40 grand. Bitch, please. No one spoke up. You can get your ass whooped. I'm just saying, not coming against that, but that's wrong. And how treating animals, wrong. Certain things that are going down, wrong. Now, we could either sit back and Oh, we can't do anything about it. We have no rights, blah, blah, blah. Said who? Said who? That's an illusion. It's time to reprogram your mind, your condition that you can't say this, you can't change that and that and that. Said who? See? Odd Flower, Odd Sunflower he said, look, okay, that bothers, that's not right. So let's make it, let's talk about it, right? Because there's other people and we're stronger in numbers. And that's the thing too. Not to get off track what I was saying, but we are stronger in numbers. We aren't meant to be scared of everyone or separated from everyone, because we are stronger in numbers, right? But the intentions and the group that you're with, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter. I don't care a label, a piece of paper says about somebody, right? It's the intentions, because people could say, oh, I'm this and that, and da-da-da-da-da. Read from this, read from that. Okay, what are your intentions? What is your heart? Because let me tell you, when I'm on a mission to do something and I'm going to do it, guarantee I'm going to get that shit done. I'm going to fucking do it. Ain't nobody stopping me. I don't care. People could say this and that. Oh, you can't do this and you can't. That's fine. Maybe you can't, but I'm going to, just because you don't want to speak up, just because you don't see my vision, just because you think you don't, you can't do anything about it, doesn't stop me. Right? That's an illusion. It's they program, do you remember who you are? Do you remember who you are? Because when we're born, they try to condition your brain and erase your brain. You are strong. It's what you use. It's what you use your gifts for. We are all powerful. We are. You are the gift. I am the gift. We all are. God gave us different strengths and different gifts, right? And it's how we use them. When people use them for bad, they manipulate and use them for bad to try to, steer someone's mind or to get stupid little things. Oh, I'm going to manipulate to get money from this person to buy this car. I don't know, whatever they do, right? But when you use them for good, that's what it is, good or bad. What do you use your gifts for? You are the gift. I am the gift. We are the gift. And, a lot of times people fail to realize and see the gift, which is you. So when people come against your character, when they project, when they choose not to see you, don't get mad. I had plenty of people do that to me. And you know what? I don't care. If they choose not to see me, that's because they don't see themselves, right? So it's time to speak up. It's time to speak up on things that are wrong. Not be quiet. They want you to be quiet. We ain't being quiet. For what? Shh, be quiet. Or they say, oh, let's not talk about that. That's in the past. Let's not do that. Oh, we're going to bring that up. That is wrong. That is wrong. What is wrong? And let's call that shit out. Let's call it out. You are strong. You do have authority. Our words do have authority. Why do you think they want to shut you up? This and that. No. We're going to speak up. And the truth, sorry, I'm getting over being sick, but our words hold power. The sort of truth, what you speak, your intentions behind it. I don't care if you think someone, a pastor, a priest, or whatever. They could be wrong too. It's the intentions behind it. I'm not knocking that, right? It's the person, because that is just a man, speaking the message. I was not here to rant, but I was told that apparently I'm less because I'm obsessed over a certain creator that makes me happy. I've said I'm not, but yet they still say, don't worry about what other people say. Don't worry about them. I say this all the time. And that's a lot of things. A lot of right now, what people thought they believed in and grew up being taught, there's going to be an eye-opener, because not everything is what they've been taught. We're breaking generational curses, which that means generational, it's kind of like we're untraining our brain. We grew up and then this is what it is and that's what they've been taught. But they stay in there rather than, learning and growing. Everything is heart, like love. Are you doing it out of good intentions, bad intentions? It ain't about who is this and who is that and da-da-da, and who's right. Look, the Tower of Ego, let your ego drop. They all babbling back and forth, Tower of Babel. Baba, I'm right, you're wrong, you're right, da-da-da. Y'all too busy babbling and fighting, babbling baddies. You don't know shit. Right? Ain't nobody, look, it's heart, your intentions. What are you doing? And let me tell you another thing. Remember who you are. Untrain your brain right now. But back to what I was saying is in that house, I was like, I'm just going to get approved for a loan. I'm going to buy the house. Okay. Energy is everything. Everything is energy. Because people could talk all they want. They can, quote this and quote that. Be quiet. Energy, you can feel their energy. And they walk into a room. I could walk into a room, I could feel someone's energy like that. It ain't their word. You could talk all you want. That's why they call it spell work. Right? But that shit don't work. If you pay attention, and you learn to discern, you can feel it. Talk all you want. Sit back and listen. You can feel that energy. You can't cover that shit up, man. You can talk all you want. You can put on whatever kind of clothes you want. You can pull up in this car. You can hide behind a Bible, a group, a church, a coven, a label, whatever it is. But energy don't lie. Just like Shakira hips don't lie. Energy don't lie, man. You can't cover that shit up. You know what I mean? So, guys, I'm not going to do religion, politics, any of that. I don't do any of that. That's division, okay? The Most High, that is the Most High in love and intentions, okay? So that's that. That is that. I'm not here to argue. I'm not doing that. I lost my voice. I'm getting over being sick. I got bruises. I moved, all this stuff. But let me get back to the point was that house, which no longer served me, nor that location because I was not growing there, that I was trying to hang on to. It was kind of like a bad relationship, but mine was with a house, a location that I was hanging on to because I was comfortable. Yet in that house, that shit was falling apart. The landlord was on some shady shit, okay? So karma lessons. Now, me, I'm still trying to hang on to it. Oh, maybe I can buy it. I got proof for a loan and this and that and, all of this. And, I said, look, I went to the last thread, man. I'm not going to lie. Now I learned my lesson, but I went to I'll fix it and then da-da-da, all this stuff. And, but he hasn't even been there. He hasn't seen it, da-da-da. Man, no. When I let go, let go. Nope. Everything lined up for me. Boom, I got a new place. I've never been so peaceful. Everything went smooth. I'm peaceful. Nobody knows where I'm at. Okay. Different location. I got opportunity to grow, and I'm going to, and I see it. It brought family together. Another thing I learned through that was it's okay to ask for help. I had such a hard time, I didn't want to ask anyone for help. I didn't want to ask anyone for help. Guys, I'm getting over being sick, so just whatever. You can either listen or you can talk your shit on here, okay? So, no, I was moving. I had to move my whole house, my gym, everything. Okay. So I had to learn to let go, ask for help. And when I tell you, boom, like last minute, I had to be out on the 1st. I got out on the Sunday. So I got out before that, but literally, boom, found the place like the day before, was it Saturday night? Moved my shit Sunday. Moved in. Like literally everything was like bam, bam, bam. Once I let go. But I kept hanging on. I kept hanging on. I want to stay here. Dude, but the night before too, the night before, God showed me, even that landlord, because he failed to take care of what hey Julius, that landlord failed to take care of it. Like even the soot, the ground was sinking in. The electric was bad. I was shot back in every day. Like, shit was falling apart in front of my eyes. And I kept sure, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Let's put this picture up over here. Da da da. No, God's like, are you done? He literally stopped everything. Like, there ain't nothing here for you. Not this location, not this house, and now this house is not your problem. Yes, I got proved I can buy a house, but this one ain't for you because it would have been nothing but problems. That karma lesson I would have took over the landlords, because he failed to take care of his responsibilities and his stuff. I was trying to take it on. Now, like I said, it wasn't like a relationship with me. It was a relationship with that house, right? That I was comfortable in. And when I say like there was nothing there for me anymore, my money was dwindling, shit was falling apart. But oh, I'm okay here. I was in it. I knew it, but I had to let go. And when I finally walked away from it, I was like, whew, this was shit. I didn't even realize how bad it was. Like, it was killing me. I don't care how much I want to say, oh, I'm fine, and da-da-da. It stopped because I don't belong there. And not even in that location. You know what I mean? It was time to move. And I moved. And everything happened last minute. But as soon as I let go of the reins, I was holding on, and back, It was tiring me it's like pulling a car that's moving forward constantly every day. Oh, I'm fine, pulling. Once I let go, I was like, whew. You know what I mean? It was like, I've never felt so peaceful. I've never felt so peaceful right now. It's like a new beginning, and it is. And some of you guys, it's with relationships. Some of you, it's with jobs. It could be a way of thinking. It could be anything. But like I said, not only did it bring the family together and learning to, it's okay to accept help and seeing, like, I wasn't used to, like, when I was doing training and stuff, like, always been busy and stuff. It started to slow down because God wanted me to move. Because sometimes where we're at, location is everything. It does have a big factor, so sorry, hold on. I'm still getting over being sick. Thank you. But that's with everything. And, I was sitting on here, trying to, help other people and speak this and speak that. And and I say there's false prophets. I was sitting here, I speak the truth and I want the best for everybody. And I speak out of, things that I've learned and going through. Like, I'm not perfect. You guys can start all the way back to my beginning videos. You watch me grow. You watch me change. And I'll do it in front of y'all because I'm real. And that's what it is. Me going through stuff to help other people. But, like, I can't sit here and be like, oh, yeah, let go of this and that and da-da-da when I'm not doing myself. I didn't even see it. I'm being honest. Like, I didn't even see it. I was in it. I'm like, yeah, let go of people, place, things. When I'm actually in that house, not letting go, right? So that's what I'm saying is I didn't even see it. So um, I just want to say that I made that move, and it's, man, it feels so good. I walked with blind faith. You know, I didn't know where I was gonna move. I didn't even see this place before I went. I got all my cats. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was doing, but boom, here. And I'm not anywhere close to where I am. Nobody knows where I am, and it's fucking peaceful. And where I'm at, I'm going to build. I'm gonna build a better gym, a great gym. You help so many people, and you know, like where I was, I outgrew that place. You know what I mean? It was good for the time being, you know, where I was at, but now it's time for me. God wanted to relocate me, and that same thing goes. The same thing goes in relationships or jobs. If you see that it stops, or you're not moving forward, just your creativity, and like I said, I'm being honest with you guys. I saw it, but I didn't fully see it. You know, it was an illusion in my head that, oh, I'm okay here, I'm good, I'm happy, you know, I'm comfortable, I'm good, you know, it's just this, it's that, you know, it that you know, a lot of us do that. Oh, I'm okay here, you know, these people are, they're not that bad, they just did that, you know. Oh, you know, it's okay if they did that, but you know, it's not that bad, everything's breaking, this person, you know, they cheated, da, 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 da. You know, whatever the situation may be, quit making excuses, like look at it for what it really is, man. And you know, ask for help. I had to ask for help, I couldn't do it by myself. I don't like asking for help, like I don't, but we need to. We're stronger in numbers. That taught me, um, it taught me I couldn't do something. I couldn't move by myself. I couldn't do this by myself. Like I couldn't. I had to like, okay, you know, just okay, okay, and let go. And that's what I had to do. And everything went smooth from there. I just let go of control, right? Quit trying to hang on and control things that don't serve you. I was trying to, well, how about this? How about that? You know, I'll just buy and think. No, no. Now, because I waited till the last minute, right? I mean, God still made sure I was, you know, protected and everything was good. And I had, you know, family that stepped in, you know, and it brought family, you know, and that too, like I wrote down, I was like, my family, I was so, like, we weren't close for a while, it brought family together. And that to me is rich, you know, like how they stepped in, like, I wouldn't cry, you know, like, it meant everything to me. You know, like it just, that's love. that's everything, you know, because I was so used to like, oh, I could do this by myself or, you know, everything. But it's just healed. Like, I'm crying. But I'm thankful and I'm getting over being sick. So I don't know if you guys could hear me or not, but it's just like once you let go and it it just opens up that path. So it's time, you know, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do, you know, but I'm just telling you from me, you know, just being honest, you know, and I'm on here, so I don't care if I help one person or whatever. It's just truly me. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what color you are or this or that. It ain't about that, people. It's about stepping in, helping people, your heart, your intentions. Not you did that and, you know, you did that in the past and judging people and this and that. It's not about that. It's stepping in when someone truly needs help. That's heart, that's love, that's God. You know why? Because when you do that, when you do that to people, you know, helping people, set them on the right track, they're going to grow and they're going to help other people grow. Not sitting back like watching like, let's see if they do this. No, no. You know what it is? It's stepping in, you know? What do you need? And not, man, look, what do you need? Sometimes I even ask what they need. It's done, I got it. Got this. What? You know, you need to find a place. Look, we found you a place. You're moving in here. We rented a truck. We called people, they're on their way. Because when I tell you, when I was in that, you know, look, I thought I was strong. I am strong, you know, but it took me to be vulnerable and, you know, it's something to gain in humility. You know, like, I can't do this. I give up. Like, you know, I was tired and everything. I was up packing everything by myself and, you know, this and that. But I'm like, this is too much. I can't do this all on my own, you know. But I had family step in. Okay, we found the place. You're going here. I didn't know where I was going. Didn't even see it. I got here and said, man, thank you. Thank you. You know, the whole time. But now I got here, you know, I didn't really tell anyone. I didn't come on here, but, you know, I'm not close, but I finally got peace. I got good sleep. I'm happy. It's weird because I'm like, I'll put on the water. I'm like, oh, snap. I don't have to shop vac. I've had shop vac in that basement water for 2 years, that landlord. You know what I mean? Like, he wanted to make me look bad and this and that. Like, dude, you didn't take care of your shit. He's about to, that house is literally falling apart in front of me. If I would have bought that house, which I was trying to, dude, I would have fucked myself so bad. It would have, even the ground outside was caving in. Everything. God showed me, like, no. And I'm not even, now we're spirit stepping in. No, you're not staying here. I don't care how stubborn you want to be, girl. You know what I mean? Like, but that's what it is. And, you know, so like with me, it was that house was a bad relationship. You know, so some of you guys, it could be a relationship. It could be jobs or whatever it is, you know. So like I said, everyone is going through something different. It could be a way of thinking. It could be whatever, you know. And I know too, a lot of things are getting brought to light. So like things that we've been conditioned on growing up, you know, we're taught this and this is that, you know. And it's a lot of just people stop judging. What are you judging? You know, and then they want to hide behind covens and groups and churches. Stop hiding behind shit. This is you, okay? Stop hiding behind shit. When you see something that's wrong, speak up on it. This is not right, or walk away from it. Don't be, you know, in that house. That shit going on there. I couldn't be there. That's just, everything's wrong. No, that's not meant for. I deserve better. I worked hard my whole life. This is not. I deserve better, you know, and I was settling for something that was not, I deserve better. Know your worth, right? So that same thing goes with relationships, any kind. It could be family, friends, whatever, but also too, you know, with all of this, and I'm thankful because I wrote down, like, last year, I don't even know, it's been like over a year and a half, I have this thing written down, and I was like, I was like, Lord, you know, I pray for like either a new house that everything works, or this house and everything fixed, you know, something stability, you know. I put down like, it's important. We all need that stability. I'm like, I just want stability somewhere, you know, because I never really had that, but I just wanted like somewhere like shit, you know, and I just got comfortable, but I asked for, you know, so he moved me, you know. I asked for my family, you know, to be closer, because I said, Lord, and I wrote down, you know, for healing in my family, you know, and actually, like, it's crazy because the ones that, you know, were there and helped me move, but they all kind of helped, but like, this one didn't talk to that one, and that one didn't talk to that one, and you know, so like, it was all like the first time we're all, here we are, we're helping Jackie move. and this and that, but the thing is, like, everyone has their differences, but there really isn't a difference. We all have good hearts, so it's like, drop the ego, drop the judgment, heal the past stuff. Why are you so hurt about this? But everyone there, like, your heart is good, right? Y'all showed up out of love for me. I love you guys. And the thing is, it's like, and I'm using myself as an example, because I know it's going on all over, and now there are, like I say, there are churches, covens, groups that are controlling, that try to block that. I'm not saying all, but what I'm saying, they're trying to disguise themselves, to block that. No, we're not doing that. Here's what I heard too. I'm going to say something too on this. I was listening to something the other day, and they're saying that, this younger girl, she got pregnant, and her parents took her to church and made her stand up in front of everybody, and they sat there and pretty much like this and that, and we're not going to help you. What? I'm sorry, no. And I'll tell you, when I was younger, I think it was the first time I did it. I'm kidding. Whatever, I was like 20, I don't even know, 21, but, and it was, my mom was like, took me to church, like, made you feel, like, it was already, I'm not going there, but what I'm saying is, especially when you're young, I mean, I was older, I was like, I don't even know, 20, whatever, but like, we're not going to help you, and we're a disgrace. Excuse me, how old were you when you had me? Anyways, but the thing that I was watching was, I guess that the girl was, I don't know, she was like 14, 15, right? Obviously, they don't need to be having kids and this and that. They're still a child. But what I'm saying is how the church, the parent, was so, listening to this false prophet. Okay, the pastor of the church saying, well, that's wrong. We're going to make her stand up in front of everybody. This young, okay, everyone makes mistakes. You're going to make her stand up there and say, we're not going to help you? What does that say? That's an example. I don't really listen to news and all this stuff, but I was just, putting my shit away in the house and like listening to stuff. And it was like saying stuff about, things that were going on in churches. Man, and I'm not knocking any churches, because there's some good leaders, there's some good, like I said, there's some good. But when I say don't talk is talk, you can quote this, you can quote that, but what is your heart and your intentions? And community. We're not here to knock people down when they go through a hardship. When they make a mistake, that's when we come in and we got you. We show you what love is. Not kick you when you're down. Oh, you just, no, that's not, then you're, let's do that too. No, we're here to, that's when you need people the most. Because there ain't one person on this earth that hasn't been through something hard. We're like, that's when you need people, and then everyone, oh, you're wrong, pointing fingers, this and that. We ain't gonna help you. That's when you truly see what love is. And it's usually from people you don't even expect. But you know what that does to a person? You help someone get on their feet, and sometimes God does that as a test too, to see who does step in. It all connects. You know what I mean? You got those people sit back and laugh, ha ha, he he. No, damn well they've been through it too, or they're going to go through it. It's all mirrored. It's all this. Where is your heart and your intentions? Now, not to say, well, if it wasn't for me, blah, 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 wouldn't be here, or, da, da, da. Because like I say, it's mirrored. It's not only is it your heart and intentions behind it, and saying, well, I did this for you, so I'm going to hold it over your head, or to brag to everybody, or this and that. Now God does it too. He's watching to see when, someone's done. You're gonna sit back and watch and shh about them. Or do you remember when you were in that spot? Huh? So everything is everything. Pay attention and your intentions. Now use your discernment, because now there are some people that do take advantage. There's people that they think they're just lazy. They think, so that's when I say use your discernment. But that's how you use your discernment on people's character and see them. A lot of people, their judgment, they don't even see who that person is, only what they make up in their mind, because they truly don't know that person. They made that up in their mind, right? Like a lot of tarot too. I don't suggest you watch a lot of tarot when it's like, well, they're doing black magic and da 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 da, and this person is doing that and da 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 da. It's okay to use it to help move forward. These are things, this is confirmation of things that we already know intuitively, right? Or spiritual guidance. But it is what we focus on now, because I did this before too. Like, what is going on? Listening, that's negativity. Who gives a fuck what they're doing? Okay, that was back. I've learned all these lessons, man. All of them. And I'm still learning. Went to church, or went to church things, excuse me. Tarot, I still do tarot. It's nothing wrong with it. It's how you use it. It's, everything is a tool on how you use it. Money is a tool, how you use it. Right? Everything is a tool on how you use it. So when I say tarot, it's something that can help guide you, give you a heads up, right? But really what it is, what you focus on is your reality. What are you watching? What are you listening to? Where are you living? What are you doing? That is your reality. Move forward. If you're stuck, let's go. Now I can totally speak it because I've done it. Location is everything though, too. If you aren't growing, if your business stops, if you feel alone, like I said, everything, I didn't realize for years, I didn't realize how alone I was. Like, I did not, me, I'm like, oh, I'm good, no, I was not good. No, I'm sorry, I don't care. And you know what, it's not scary out there. It's all an illusion. Whoever said that, go fuck themselves. That's an illusion too. So here's the thing. It's time to get outside. We've been stagnant too long. We've been quiet for too long. It's time to speak up. It's time to move, speak up, let go of the reins, man. Once I tell you, but once you do that, I didn't know who, I don't know. And me, I didn't want to ask nobody. Like, I was very quiet about it. People just step. God, boom, boom, boom. I let go and let God. That's the truth. I can barely hear. My ears up. I've been sick. But, and then, because I got sick. So God's like, now you got to rest. I'm like, okay, so I've been resting. But gave me a lot of time to think and peace and, quiet, just relax. I didn't realize just like the little things that has just been there that I didn't even realize because I was living with so many years. It wasn't even people. It was like just things and just the atmosphere, that I got used to that I didn't realize how much it was affecting me. Now I don't have that. I'm like, whew, bitch, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm almost better. Watch out, y'all. Watch out. There's a new kid in this town. But, but that's what it is. Also I want to say too, keep your moves quiet, because not everyone's gonna see your vision. But like I said, remember when I said since I was a kid, I would walk down the street, I would start coach. Look, man, you can do anything. I don't know how I did some of the shit I did. I just walk in, okay, I'm gonna work here. I was 10 years old and coached gymnastics class in the Park District at 10. Didn't work there, didn't belong there, set up panel mats, and I had a whole group of kids, blah, blah, blah. What? Okay? Now, like I said, build that business. Maybe you're in the wrong location. Location has a lot to do with it. You know, sometimes it's time to move and God will let you know. And sometimes, like I said, I'm not close to where I was. I'm not saying where I'm at. You know, only few people know where I'm at. But location, it's time to move out of that location. It's time to move. When everything is stagnant, you're sitting there like, okay. You know, you have all, maybe you feel like there's a creative block or something, or you're just kind of barely getting, whatever it is, you know, stagnant, you know, slow. It's kind of like, you know, you know, I've dated a narcissist and dealt with that, but you know how like you don't see it in the beginning, like your friends slowly start to go away, or like you don't want to argue because you know this and that, and slowly things start going, or you start like you don't even go out anymore. You start to adjust and adapt. You stop doing things that you know slowly. Okay, it's kind of like if you're in a location or a job or something too, you could use it as that. It's in a bad relationship, so it's like, okay, I'm slowly like, I don't like doing things I used to do anymore. Why is that? You know, I don't go out anymore. I don't have any close friends. Kind of closed off to you're not happy. I've done it. No, you're not supposed to be alone. Why aren't you doing what you love? Why is it creativity block? Because you're not happy. I would say, oh, I'm happy. I'm good. You know, no, no, I wasn't. I mean, I was, but I wasn't. You know what I mean? Because like, I still created that within me. I still was thankful every day and this and that, but it wasn't to my full potential, right? So it was kind of like, you know, it goes slowly. So when I say like a bad relationship, so like, you know, if you're in a bad relation, I'm going to use a person, you know, as an example, like if you're in a bad relationship, like, you know, the person, you know, your money starts to go, you're tired, emotionally drained, physically, you know, it starts to take from your life, you know, mentally, everything. You're tired, you don't want to do this, you don't want to go out, you don't want to argue, this and that. Now, the same thing goes if you're in a house, in a job, a location that no longer serves you, the same thing is going to happen, right? It's the same thing's going to happen. Slowly, you know, until you're like, okay, what do I need to do? You know, and if you don't know what to do, tell somebody. It's time to ask for help. That's a huge thing right now, because that also was another lesson, because bring community, whether it's family or close friends. Some people aren't going to want to. What are you doing? They're going to sit back. They're going to wait. You'll know who and who not to ask. Some people are going to, oh, stay. They're going to try to keep you trapped there. Some people are like, no, you got to go. Trust me. Like my brother's like, Jackie, what are you doing? I'm like, you know, but I took accountability. I was like, you know, I hung on today. But that was something I had to learn, and I saw it for what it is, which I'm thankful for, because now I'm able to speak at help, and I got out of it. Now, shit, like I say, we taking over. You know, I just had to relocate. Now I'm in a better spot that I'm a build big, you know. That's what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to build. I'm a builder, and same with you. Don't forget what you love to do. Don't forget you can do anything. You're only limited if you keep yourself in that cage. Right? Open the door. Open the door. You can go. You can do anything. Open the door. Go. You're free. Now, once you know, there's some, and look, when I say like, I'm speaking the truth. It is so nice. It's so good. Even my cats are peaceful. Like, I threw shit out. I fucking threw everything. I don't give. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. I don't care. You know. Give me my bed, my books, and my babies, but another thing too is, who gives a fuck what all these people talking shit? Who cares? Why? No. We're focusing on our goals, where we're going, what we're doing, how we're going to do it, and making moves. Okay? What do they have? What do they got to do with it? What's love but change the words? What do they got to do with it? Who cares? They ain't got shit to do with our plan. Look, the Bermuda Triangle, don't get lost in the middle, bitch. Look, we going up. We can, we will, but that's when you get up. What are you watching? What are you listening to? Like I said, there's a lot of tarot out there. Ain't nothing with tarot. I do tarot, but there's some of these there's good ones and bad ones, just like in churches or pastors or leaders. It don't matter. Coaches, teachers, what you are speaking, and what are the intentions behind it? Are you uplifting? Are you saying yes you can, or are we focusing? Oh well, blah 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 blah, did blah blah blah, and this happened to you. No, we're moving forward. Not what happened to you bad in the past. Okay, we got over that. What are you good at? What do you want to do? Who the fuck are you? Where are we going? Let's go. Guess you can. Not da-da-da. Ooh, we're not, that's done. That's over. We're strong. You're strong. Let's go. Okay? We're not playing boo-hoo pity party. We don't care what blah, blah, blah did. And that's what they want to do. Who gives a fuck? Because you know what? They dead to me. I don't care. You know what I mean? That's cool. But, not everyone can go on your path, but, I prayed for my family. To me, strong family, that's rich to me. When I said when I was little, I'm like, I'm so rich. My mom would be like, you are? I say, yes. And I have my family. I'm rich with love. And now love can be, it could be just people around you, people that you meet, but real life right now, not just online. We bring community together online too, because we can reach more people. When you're going through stuff, you puking? Cat's puking. Anyways, when you're going through stuff, a lot of people, like, you go online and you look for answers and help. She ate the grass. You good, Bobs? Puking on the new carpet. It's okay. Hold on. Come here. Hold on a second. You good, Bubba's? Okay. Okay, so, ew. I'm gonna clean that up later. But anyways, what you focus on is, if you're too worried about what all these people have done and this and that, like, that's time out of your day that you could be like, you know what? I could be looking up buildings for this, or what can I do to move forward? Or, you know what? Depending on what part you are, and we're all on different paths, so like the part of the healing process too, like I said, in our family, we were this person didn't trust that person. Now we all had different things that we had to heal within ourselves differently, and everyone at their own pace, right? We're not a race. Just because this person got over that quicker than that person, it ain't up to us to be like, well, I'm over it, or everyone heals differently, and that's just what it is. But there's love conquers all, man. And letting go of childhood wounds or things like, why it's not even it's like, it's looking at it, it's like, okay, why are you so upset You know, example, why are you so upset that mom, dad, whatever, they hang on like, well, they didn't do that and they didn't do that, you know, but they're human too. They go through stuff too. You know, I'm just using an example, you know, yeah, new place. You know, they go through stuff too, so you gotta look at that too. So it's just, but use discernment because there are, when I say there are some people in the family, they still on block, you know, but using your discernment, you know, the right ones, their hearts and their true intentions. And, you know, the healing because you can see someone's heart, you know, their true intentions. You know, we all have healing to do. Um, and that's what it is. Like I say, things can't, you can, things, take away the things. It's just, psh, this is just you know, and stepping in for those who need it. You know, sometimes you need to do, not need, I'm telling you what they need to do, but it's doing things when people just, you know, look, I've been through a lot of shit in my life. I know y'all have too, but there's sometimes where like I don't know. I can't. I don't know. You know, I don't say the word I can't, but I'm like I need help. And I say I need help with this and that. I couldn't do it all by myself. They stepped in. That and trust me, things are gonna be happening like that where you have a choice to step in, but you know what that does? It brings to the right people because they're going to rebuild and strong and it grows like mustard seeds. Now they are strong and firm and secure and peaceful. Now they're able to do that for someone else. You see how it goes? When you leave somebody, oh well this and that's just that, you leave them in a bad spot. They're not in a position to helping other people grow. Right? Now they don't trust people. Now they're struggling. If everybody just steps in, here you go, with whatever it is, build that person strong, just a little bit, help step in, you know, with pure intentions. Look what that is. We are houses. You're building strong, firm foundations. It's a community, bringing together, you know. Oh, thank you. You know, that's what it is. Also, too, remembering who you are. They condition, well, this is that. No, 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 no. You know. Let me tell you it this way. You know right and wrong. If I got a plate full of McDonald's food, right? Or I got a steak, I got a home cooked meal, whatever. Good food, and you get to pick. You know which one's gonna fuel your body, make you good food or whatever it is. You know, like a home cooked meal. You know, or you got this nasty fucking fast food garbage that's gonna make you tired, but it's just get it real quick. You know, but you feel like shit and it's gonna make you sick. So that's everything in life. Let's get real. You know right from wrong. Don't say you don't know. Don't let other people's words influence you. When they say spell work, all it means is they're using the words to try to manipulate, right? Now, I mean, shit, I'm Gemini Air. You know, we rule communication, but I use mine for good. I don't sit there and try to manipulate people to do bad things, you know. No, some do. You know, people can do that, or they're crying, or they try to use their manipulation. No, we're not doing that. We see through that. Don't listen to the words, actions, energy. How do you feel? You know, how do you feel? You don't, if you take, hi Bubs, take the words away. See how they move. See where they step in. See how you feel around them. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people use this. That's why they call it spell work. That shit ain't speaking. That shit ain't hitting. You know, but if you want to know the true intentions of somebody is when they stepping in, and it ain't even about stepping in, but how you feel around them, their intentions around you, and how they treat other people. Are you with someone, or are they sitting there talking behind that person's back? Or are they trying to steal or do something shady over here? That shows you who they are. Why are they going to be different with you? That is their character. Pay attention to people. You know, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Now's the time to speak up. Step in for those who need you, and everyone around. Ask for help when you need it. Let go, let go, let go what no longer serves you. Even if you have, and when I say blind faith is what I did. I'm living proof. And I did, and I couldn't be more thankful and peaceful, you know. Very thankful, very thankful. So, you know, something in life is everything that we go through in life. You know, it's just, there's this old cartoon movie, I forgot what it's called, but basically, what's it called? I can't remember it. It was really old, but, you know, there's a straight path, and then there's this guy with the backpack, and he's walking. It was empty at first, but each way, there's like over here, the trickster, ha ha ha, come over here, and he'd bring him in, you know, he would manipulate him to come over here, I can this and that, and then he gets stuck in the mud, and you have to get all the way on, backpack got heavier and heavier, you get back on the right track, then he'd come over here, and he'd get tempted by something else, and, you know, it's like, he went way out of his way and got hurt again, and backpack got heavier, and back on his thing. You know, it was by all these different things in life that tried to, you know, come over here, look at this, it's all shiny and this, or this is nice, and blah, 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 or try to take a shortcut, but actually was not a shortcut. You know, it just makes heavier and heavier and heavier, but, you know, dang, what was it? But anyways, towards the end, once he got back and let that backpack go, got back on track, you know, he made the journey, you know, because it's not God setting up this and that for us. He sets right here, you know, he's guiding us, but he also gives us free will. We have a choice, you know, and it's also part of learning. It's part of growing, you know. We all are on our own journey, and we all have different things that we go through, you know. You know, people stop judging. Everyone needs to stop judging because you don't understand what this person been through and that person. We all have a different purpose and a different path. I need to open this window. Hey, Bubs. Hi. We all have a different purpose and path, you know, that is different. You know, what's mine is not the same for you, and blah, blah, blah. You know, I ain't mad, you know, any, like, axes, this and that, like, whatever, it is what it is. You know, we go through shit, we learn, and that's what it is. It's in the past, who cares? You know, so it's like, and you know, another thing is with religion, like, this is the way it is, and you gotta stop telling people what they need to do and da-da-da. You know, look at all these people in the world. It comes down to your intentions, your heart, not, well, that's what it is, so we're just gonna rush in here mad and judge it. Okay, so that's not, then you stay over there, okay? It comes down to heart and intentions, right? I don't care what color you are, I don't care what race you are, I don't care. It's your heart, it's your intentions, and what are you doing? So that, what else, y'all? So what it is let's time to get real with ourselves, not like really face, you know, excuse me. It wasn't, you know, like when I was in it, like I say, when you're in it, you don't always see it, but it's time to get real with yourself. You know, are you happy? Because I thought I was happy where I was not happy. I'm happy, I can be happy wherever I'm at, but I deserve more. I don't deserve shit falling apart. I don't deserve to get mistreated where he, you know, taking me to court, making me look bad because he don't want to fix his shit. Hell no. I deserve somewhere to be peaceful. I deserve somewhere nice. And that same goes for y'all. Somewhere that you feel secure and peaceful, whether it's a house, a relationship, a job, a community, whatever it is. You're not meant to be inside stuck. You're not meant to be in a broken house. You're not meant to be, scared to go out. You're not meant to be stuck. Like we're getting unstuck right now. We aren't stuck in the mud. We are on track. It's time to move forward. But to move forward, you must let go and also ask for help, because we can't do it on our own. We're not meant to do it on our own. We're not, and that's what God's showing us. We're not meant to do it on our own. He's bringing us together, but he's going to show you, who is who. And like I said, with our family, like, it was like that person talked to that person, that one, I didn't talk to anyone. It's like, but we still work together. And it's working. And, it's not for us to say how quick anyone needs to heal. And this is that. We all go, but it's a slow and steady wins the race. We go at our own pace, right? Without judgment, but it's hard. And that's what it is. Learning how to trust again. Learning how to love again. Learning how to help. Learning how to speak up for what's right and say, what isn't, and all of that. So remember who you are. What do you love to do? Because shit, remember when you're a kid? Like, there ain't no stopping you. Either A, you wanted to build this, do this, you did it, or you didn't. Well, where does it say, well, I'm just gonna, where does it say I'm just gonna get up and just live in the dream? I hate when people say that. You just get up and you robot, you just blah, blah, shut up. Like, what? I mean, if that makes you happy, but I don't think so. And then you drag other people into it. But, I mean, it's just, I don't know. You tell me. What did you love to do as a kid? Think about it. I don't know. I got in trouble at the, come on, man. What do you love to do? What do you love to do? What are you good at? Bring your passion back. I love to coach, train, gym. I'm gonna open so many people, I'm gonna rebuild a new, better one. Along with my many other gifts that God, he gave me. I'm gonna use my gift and I'm gonna share with other people. And that's what it is. We all are the gift. We all have different strengths. So whether you choose to hide that gift from yourself, then, you're hiding it from other people, then, what are you doing? Or are you going to remember who you are and share it with yourself? Once you can share it with yourself, then you can share it with others. But sometimes a lot of people, we're trying to give. Don't give when you have nothing to give. But know who you are first. Build yourself strong. Get here. Then you're able. I was giving when I wasn't, my roots weren't strong before, so put me in a wobbly foundation. Now I'm strong. I know this, but like I say, we think we're comfortable until it gets knocked down. I said that all the time, but it's really quit looking at other people and what they have and others' opinions, and really and be careful, like really look at things. What don't I like? Why, why am I stuck? Because you can open that gate and walk out anytime you want. You ain't never stuck. When someone said, oh, you ain't going nowhere, bitch, watch me. Look, if I'm in a bad relationship, watch me leave. Shit. Job, I'm not saying just quit your job, but there's always something better once you let go. Have you looked? You know what I mean? Have you made those steps? Is it the house like mine? Find something smaller. It's so much, look, it's so much nicer. You know what I mean? It could be anything. You only know. You know what I mean? Is it a way of thinking? Getting stuck within your mind. Quit looking at other people and what they say, what they tell you to do. Yes, you can listen to advice and stuff, but it's really like, just like I knew. But I got to the point too where I was like, Yeah, and then sometimes once you realize it, you're going to need help getting out of it, right? So, okay, I understand, this, but okay, whatever it is, I'm going to need help. Maybe you don't need help. Maybe you can do it by yourself, but it might even just need help as, just talking to someone. Every situation is different, but we all need each other in some way. The right people that will come in, because we're not meant, that's another thing, we're not meant to be alone. We're not meant to be scared of people. It's so bad out there. No, it's not so bad out there. It's time to go outside, y'all. What, why do you think the enemy wants you inside? Oh yeah, let's keep them all separated inside. Man, no, we stepping out. Y'all go inside. You see what that is? That's illusion. That's an illusion. We're supposed to be outside. We're supposed to be in the sun. That's where we get our energy, our creativity. Come on, we're supposed to be around other people. You're just by yourself? What are you doing? Get outside. Learn some new things. What are you watching? Y'all, quit watching the fucking news. This is bad. Look at the good. Look, what you see is. What you're thinking about is, are you trying to, what am I going to grow? How am I going to build? What do I need to do? What can I make my life better? Who am I thankful for? What am I thankful for? Not what you don't have. Look at what you do have. What can I do? One thing a day. What can I do to move forward? You know what? Maybe it's just your health. Maybe, how can I don't know what to do. Well, look, use the internet wisely. It's a tool just like everything else. You're unhealthy? Let's see. What can I do? It starts with you. Make that list for you. Put yourself. You are the gift. So guess what? Build your house strong. Quit worrying about helping everybody right now. Build yourself strong. Get your roots in strong. Because once your roots are unstrong, then you can go. Otherwise, it's going to break. So you're down and you're going to be like, how did I even get here? Right? Y'all quit judging people too. We're all humans on this earth, learning our, just living our experience. So y'all need to quit judging this and that. Like I said, quit listening to blah, blah, blah. It's the hearts and behind it and intentions and energy is everything. You can feel energy. Quit hiding behind words and covens and groups and this. Step out. Who do you represent? I represent my, what do you represent? Because I'll stand up by myself, but I don't need to because other people like me sees my heart and all of us like that with good intentions. But if I need to, I'm going to stand up and I know what I represent and I know what I stand for. It's not with this person, that person, or, any manipulation. I know my heart and I know what in my heart is right or wrong and what I see. And no one's going to manipulate that. And I will speak on that regardless. I'm not going to sit back and, I don't want to say, bitch, I'm saying, no, I'm going to step up. It's time to step up. Don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I'm looking raggedy today or I'm all dressed up. It don't matter. That don't change who I am. It don't change my heart. It don't change who I am. Don't judge a book by its cover or words. It's energy. Watch how that person treats others. What are they doing in their life? Don't go, you know what I mean? That's all it is, man. Let's keep it real. So, I missed you guys. I hope you guys are doing good. I know I'm all beat up. Just from moving. And I'm getting over being sick, but yeah. I just know that you guys can do that, and I wanted to wait, to share this with you because I know it's going on all over, and if I can do it, you can do it, because literally I had no clue where I was going, but if I could do it, you could do it, and it's good. It's really good. And when you put your faith in God and you have people come in and help you, which He will, that will stand up for you and fight for you when you're tired. Couldn't do it on my own, man. I had people come in like, I can't do this. I guess you can. Even people behind me, like, yes, you can. You know, I guess you can. Just showing up for me, like, even that, praying for you, this, that, you know, just, I got this, don't worry about it, or this, here, bring food, or whatever it is. Stuff like that, that is everything, you know. God's not going to put you somewhere or guide you down a path without help. He's going to send in people who truly love you and people who are not going to be like, well, I did this for you and blah, blah, blah. No, they want to see you do good. They want to see you succeed. They want to, you know, they see you. They see your heart. They love you. So, you know, they're going to be there to back you up and, you know, get you to where you need because they know, they see you. And, you know, bam, now you can do that. Now it's time to grow and build, and you can help other people do the same thing, and you can get back to them. It all goes together. You know what I mean? But that's what I say is, like, use your discernment on who to help, because there are people who just take, and you know what I mean. But there are people, you know, God actually puts us in these situations too to see who really it brings people together and heal, and who really is there for you. And everything has a meaning and a reason behind it, you know. And I was like, well, I'm kind of thankful this happened too, because it brought, you know, my sisters and brothers, and, you know, my dad, stuff like that together. And, you know, I'm thankful for June. And it's like, man, you know, I had very strong people just come in and help me when I felt weak, you know, and I'm thankful. And I would do the same for them. And I would, you know, I would like that without a blinking eye. I don't care what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So just know that that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. Not leave people in a hard spot or haha this that, because no, we all go through that, and that's what it is. It's God is love, and if that's within us, love conquers all and heals, and that's what makes love will rebuild. There was something else I was listening to, and there was a town, and they're like, an earthquake is coming or something. I don't know where I heard this, and I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but they're like, there was a bridge, and they're like, the bridge has been there for years now. They're like, well, if it gets, you know, there's a big storm coming. If it ruins the bridge, we're not going to have a way of getting food or anyone in or not out of it. So, you know, the people who didn't want change, you're like, no, just leave it. We'll just wait. Like me, I was waiting. We'll just wait. The other people were like, no, we should think plan B. Let's build it strong just in case. But the other people, like, they didn't want to, no, just leave it. Now, they listened to the wrong people, just leave it. Now the storm came and washed away the bridge. Now there was no way out. They had no supplies for food and stuff because they hung on to what was comfortable, saying, oh, I got it, kind of like what I was doing at my house, you know, instead of, you know, let's build this bridge just in case. You see what I mean? Now, the people saying, be careful who you listen to. If you know, you know. If your intuition says, no, this isn't right, even though if everyone's jumping off the bridge, you doing it? Like I said, quit listening to other people. You know, listen to your own intuition. Listen to your own self, because you know what? You might be surrounded by people saying, no, we're scared. Don't do that. You know right from wrong. What is good is good. What is bad, you know in your heart. Right? You see someone beating somebody for no reason, and everyone's like, no, it's okay. You're like, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. You know what I mean? You know. So when you look at something, don't listen to what everyone else is saying. You know. Bye. I'll text you when I'm done, June. So, guys, you know, they might tell you this on the news. Turn this shit off, man. They show you what they want to show you. But when you step out that door, when you open your eyes, you know, when you plan your day, that is your day. That's your day. That ain't their day. We all have our own. It ain't nobody's day but yours, and what you do in that day is on you. You know, sometimes you need a rest. God said, yeah, I want you to rest, take care of your health here, inside, mentally, all this. Then you can go build. Maybe I need you to move. Maybe I need to step away from these people. Whatever it is, you know, it's different for each person. It ain't about what that person, you know, we're all here to help each other when we can, you know, when it's coming with good intentions, pure intentions. I ain't saying I'm, you know, don't come over here no bullshit, because there's that side, protect what I love, and that's me and everything. You know, I'm put, but I am protected. And look at this too. Ain't nobody coming in when you got strong foundation around you, meaning people and stuff too. Why do you think they try to separate you and da da da? No, that's not happening. Not only are we strong through our roots, right? Now we got strong community that are just like us. You ain't you ain't getting through that shit. Period. You know, y'all come in just me alone and it's shit. I'm still here. Now I got strong around me and continue to grow and grow and grow. And you too. Ain't nobody scared of what? We don't care what you go over there. We don't care what you're doing. We building over here. We growing over here. Right? That's what we're doing. So you can put whatever you want in the news and try to bring up past stuff. We building, we growing, and our roots are strong. We don't budge. And where we are weak, others come in and help build strong. And we do the same for others. We don't judge, we help each other grow and build. Right? That's how it should be. So that's all. It's good to see y'all. Anyways, sorry if I talk like grandma. Let's just get my voice back. Yeah. So I hope you guys are doing good. I missed y'all. I might come back on here 1 o'clock. I am gonna come back on here. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was MIA. I didn't talk to nobody. I was like incognito. I was like, pew. Yeah, I had to. I was just like, there was so much going on, and I had to rest. But I'm gonna clean this cat puke. I'll come back on here. I think I can come back on here. You know, with my channel, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Like I do tarot, like I said, but it's only as stuff that we intuitively already know. Thank you, Miss you too. Intuitively already know. We're not gonna talk about what they did or what they're doing behind us. We're gonna, you know, if we use it, like I said, everything that the tools that we have is how we use them. So it's gonna, moving forward, what areas in our life do we need to focus on, move forward? Okay, we don't care what they're doing in the dark. They can stay over there. We're moving forward, okay? So that's that. You know, there's a whole bunch of other channels if you guys want to, you know, watch them, like what they're doing and that, that's fine. But you know, that keeps you in a trap victim mindset, and it's taken away from your day from moving forward, right? So let's use it as a tool to, you know, maybe things that we need to work on or strengthen or move forward, and that. But you know, with me, my whole life as a teacher, coach, and you know, just me is school of life. You know, things I've learned, and I can help you with, you know, your eating, nutrition, all that stuff to build us strong, our roots, and this and that. You know, build ourselves strong, okay? And others around us, but we must start with ourselves first, and start with that first, and just see it for what it is. And you know, people, we're not dealing with trolls and stuff on here anymore. They're not allowed here. So you know, if they want to come here, I suggest you learn, or you don't belong here. And I feel like that's just that. You know, I'm not gonna say our blah, go back and forth and none of that. You know, say how you guys like. We're not doing that. That's a waste of my breath. That's a waste of people on here trying to do better in their life. They don't need to see it. They don't want to see it. So there's That's the only division here, right? The only. Don't come on here with no bullshit. You either wanting to, you know, help each other, move forward, you know, not coming here talking freaking Teletubby, blah, blah, blah. No, we're not doing that. We're coming here to build a strong community, just like each and every one of us are going to in person around us, but also on here to encourage each other and build each other and help each other, right? And that's that. And, you know, not even just me talking about stuff. You know, I encourage you guys to post on here and stuff like that too, because I learn from y'all just as much as you learn from me, you know. So thank you. You know, I'm just me. I'm not perfect in any way. I never will be. But, you know, when I come on here, you know, I speak the truth or what's going on, and I'll take accountability. Like I said, I thought I was good over there, and I wasn't. I had to let go, and there's a strength, there's a power of letting go. There's a strength in that. You know, it's actually weak to hang on to shit that no longer serves you. It's killing you. It kills you. Slowly. Slowly it does. So I'm going to get off of here and clean this cat puke on the floor because they're eating this. Anyways, I'll come back on here in a minute. So thank you. It's good to see you guys. I'll be right back.